Hey everybody, today I'm talking about a game called Blue Lagoon. Now this is a 2018 release by Blue Orange Games and Dr. Reiner Knizia, who again is one of the most prolific designers in the board game world. Now this, I suppose, is more of a kind of a distant relative of a kind of a famous Reiner Knizia game called Through the Desert, where you are basically placing these camels, trying to kind of quarter off areas and get points and stuff. This one is set in the kind of Polynesian islands. You are basically colonizing these different islands, trying to control different areas and stuff like that. In terms of its mechanisms, it is completely as simple as you can get. What you do on your turn is you put one of your tokens down. And there's a certain amount of placement rules, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's an abstract game where basically players have perfect information. So consider it a bit more like chess in the way it kind of feels. You know exactly what the other player is going to score, and they can see everything you're doing. So there's no hidden information whatsoever. So as I said, all you do on your turn is that you're going to, well, the game is divided in 2 rounds. In the first round, you're going to start in the sea with all your tokens. And from then on, you can start anywhere else in the sea, or you can continue a kind of path of tokens from somewhere in the sea you already are, and go onto land and stuff like that. So you are placing these tokens, trying to get majorities in regions, trying to connect the different islands together, trying to get on as many islands as possible, trying to collect resources to get kind of set collection bonuses, trying to collect statues to get points. You're setting up huts for your future next turn, and basically trying to score as many points as you can. Now the cool thing about it is, so not only how simple it is, but how ferocious it is as well, because you can really use your tokens to block other people off. Almost every decision you make is so important because you are sacrificing something else when you do so. And it might not feel like that at first because you have so many tokens at your disposal, but you start realizing how quickly you'll run out of them. And as I said, when you place something to get maybe closer to something that you really want, you are sacrificing your kind of leverage or your lead on something else, and someone else might sneak in there and steal something from you. And that could be in terms of getting the goods you want, or maybe getting the majority of a certain area you want, or maybe you're trying to link up different islands and someone's blocked you off completely. So it really is a game about prioritizing what you want to do at the most efficient time. And I really do like that kind of decision on what to do. And I just love how quick and back and forth the game is. There is next to no downtime in this one whatsoever. But again, ultimately, I think the kind of meat of the game and what really keeps you hooked is the way that all those different scoring mechanisms work in relation to each other, because they really do pull you in so many different directions. And it's very difficult to score on every kind of thing or every kind of criteria. So let's go through the different criteria now. So the first criteria is to get on 7 or 8 of the islands. There's 8 islands in total. So you want to be getting on as many islands as possible, which is a mission in itself. The second one is getting 5 points for each connecting island you've got. Again, very hard to do because people can block you off. The next one is to area majorities, because all these different areas based on the size are worth different points. So having the most tokens on them gets you more points than your opponents. Again, it can be a very good way of scoring points, but not always easy to do. The other ones are such as collecting different goods. So you've got, I think there's 4 different types of goods. So you can either get 2, I think it's 5 points if you get 2 of them, 10 points if you get 3 of them, or 20 points if you get 4 of them. So again, another lot of points up for grabs there. The next one is getting 10 points if you have 1 of each type of good. And the other one I think is 4 points for each statue you have. So yeah, there's loads of different things to go for. And as I said, they all pull you in so many different directions, and very, very difficult to get everything in one round. The game rounds feel really quickly because, as I said, it's so much back and forth. You're just trying to go down and down, play. It's very back and forth, trying to get to what you want. Yeah, the player interaction is really good as well, because you can really be nasty and block other people off, and they've got no way of getting what they want and stuff like that. So yeah, nice amount of tension there, loads of meaningful interaction. Every decision is important, as I said. The rounds fly by really quickly. I love the way that halfway through the game just resets, and then everywhere you've placed one of your huts or I guess they're huts or villages in the first round, which act just like a normal token, is in the second round you start there. So instead of starting in the sea like you do in the first round, you start where the huts are, which means it's another kind of tactical decision or a strategic decision, because you want to work out where you want to start in the next round, maybe to be closer to these resources, to get your best routes to link everything up and stuff like that. So yeah, a really great decision there as well. It really does have this kind of timeless feel to it, because it really is bare boned. It is streamlined to the core. There is no fat on this game whatsoever, and I can just see this one kind of being an instant classic, really. Because as I said, there's just nothing in it that's dated. It's just so pure and streamlined. I get that, you know, abstract games aren't for everybody. They don't really like the very dry nature of them, but this one is so punchy, and I think it just looks nice and feels nice that I think maybe more kind of cynics of abstract games can get over that hurdle. I mean, personally, I'm not a big abstract game fan, or you know, a fan of abstract games, but this one did sing to me, and so that, you know, spoiler alert, I did really like this game. Aesthetically, really pleasant to look at. The tokens are fine, the huts are absolutely beautiful, the board is really nice looking, and the resources as well, nice individual shapes. So yeah, really nice quality components. You get a nice drawstring bag as well to put all the components in and randomize them during setup. So yeah, overall this game is excellent. I really absolutely just blown away with this one. I did take a bit of a punt on this one. As I said, I wasn't really a fan of Through the Desert, which has a lot of similarities to this one, but again, I felt very kind of lukewarm on it. But this one just sung to me. I loved the, the polarizing scoring mechanisms. I love the slickness of it, the speed of it, the tension of getting what you want when you want, knowing when to prioritize, the fierceness of blocking people off, and it just plays so quickly and so nicely, and it's just an absolute joy to play. So easy to teach and explain, but loads of meaty decisions that go into it. Yeah, it's just a complete. It's basically such a great example of how great of a designer Reiner Knizia is, because it is so simple in the way it plays, but again, a mountain of decisions on what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to prioritize, hoping other players don't do what you don't want them to do, knowing when to do what. So yeah, it really is a great game, and I really would recommend this one. You know, a 2 to 4 player abstract game, something I would generally just naturally be hesitant of, because I've not really had much kind of success in the past of playing these kind of games. They just don't really, I don't get on with them, and I get bored with them very quickly. But this one is staying in my collection, and I look forward to playing it several more times. That is Blue Lagoon by Reiner Knizia. I think it's pretty much a modern classic. For a 2018 game, that is quite a statement. So check this one out. If you have enjoyed the review, please hit like and subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos too. For everyone else, I'll see you next time on Chairman of the Board. Bye.